Hello you fantastic people and welcome back to Borderlands 3. In this video we're going to go over the loot you guys can expect after 100 farms on Killavolt Hunter mode, Mayhem 10, level 60 with a boy Flak here. Of course we're going to go over the new dedicated drops after the spreading of the loot pools. It's way easier to get the weapons that you want now from him, which is awesome, as well as the world drops you guys can expect as well to compare him against all the other bosses we have already tested. Of course, if you guys don't already know, if you're new to the game Killavolt, you can unlock him via a side mission. You can find that one in Promethea, Meridian Metroplex, and then it unlocks Electric City. If you guys are brand new to the game, never been there, I'll have it running on screen. You run from the pastoral station all the way to the back of the map, and you can farm him from there. New station, super close, 2 vending machines on the way in. Highly recommend you guys check all the vending machines now. With each farm you do, regardless of where they are really, because you get so many legendaries, particularly like class mods and good shields out of the Zed's meds, as well as grenades out of the ammo dumps from Marcus. If you guys see any clips on screen, you're wondering what weapons or what build I am using, I'm using both my Alpha Flak main flag build that I have on the channel already from probably about a month ago or so now. That'll be linked down below if you guys want to check that out. Or my Mo's build, I just have basically one set Mo's build, which is also on the channel as well if you guys are interested in checking out the weapons, or if you just need a build to kill things as quickly as I do in the video. Let's just jump straight into the numbers though. After 100 farms of our boy Killavolt with our boy Flak / Mo's as well, we got 306 world drops. That's an average of about 3 world drops per run. That's not including any dedicated drops, by the way. But yeah, 3, not too bad. He's not an end boss or anything like that. He's just a side mission boss, so he doesn't drop a ton of world drops, but a pretty decent farm all around, particularly when you include the vending machines now, which is really good. I think the best we've had so far is 5. So if you guys are going for pure world drops, I wouldn't recommend Killavolt. As for dedicated drops, I believe he originally had 4, and that has been actually spread out to just 2, which is really, really good. Makes it way easier to get the variants you want. I believe originally he had the Moxie's Bouncing Pair, he had the 9-volt, as well as the Monarch and the Transformer Shield. He now no longer has the shield or the grenade. He's left with just the 9-volt, which is an SMG, which was dedicated to him from the very start of the game, as well as the Monarch Assault Rifle, which I think is probably all around the best weapon in the game for bossing and mobbing. It's amazing. You probably already know about it. That one, it drops from him from Mayhem 6 and above. So if you guys are before Mayhem 6, or if you're just doing a playthrough, etc., Killavolt only has 1 dedicated, being the 9-volt, so it'd be way easier to get those if you want those, prior Mayhem 6 or playthrough wise. If you guys are interested for the other 2, the Moxie's Bouncing Pair has moved to Ship. I already have a video on that if you're interested. And if you want the Transformer Shield, personally I would just recommend farming the vending machines at the same time as you're farming somebody else, because they drop super often, so I wouldn't bother farming a boss for Transformer Shields anymore. But it has moved to a rare spawn enemy, which in my experience is glitched in the Splinterlands. It just falls straight to the ground and you never see them, and they're only a rare spawn, which is super annoying. So if it works for you, then that's dope, but I would still recommend farming vending machines. But yeah, as for the 2 he does have, the 9-volt, after 100 farms, we got 17 drops. Now that one only comes in a shock variant, so it's very easy to get the weapon that you want with a good damage number that you want, as well as the anointment you want, because the anointments, 21 of those trashy ones were taken out of the game, so it's way easy to get the ones you want, particularly for a weapon that doesn't have elemental or non-elemental variants. It's just shock all the time. That's super easy. Whereas the Monarch, I assume the main reason anybody's going to farm Killavolt, personally the reason why I farm him, because the Monarch is just an amazing weapon. That one comes in every elemental type, as well as non-elemental, and it can come in a ×4 or a ×8 pellet count damage variant. I would highly recommend the ×8s if you can get them, if you play a lot and have time to farm this guy like crazy. They do a ton more damage. It's just super rare. So for example, the Monarch dropped 21 times after 100 runs, which I was really happy to see. It drops more often than the 9-volt, so better dedicated drop for that. The ×4 variant, which by the way is absolutely amazing on all my best builds. I still only have ×4 variants, so if you can only get ×4s, trust me, not really, underpowered by any means. It's just, you could do more if you can get ×8s. The ×4s dropped 17 out of the 21 times, so the ×8s dropped 4 times. It is extremely difficult to get an elemental variant. Generally with most weapons, if they come in all elemental types and non-elemental as well, most of the time it's about a 50% difference. So 50% of the time it'll drop non-elemental, and 50% of the time it'll drop in one of the elemental types pretty evenly as well. Not the case with the Monarch, unfortunately. After the 21 times that it dropped, only 5 of them were elemental, meaning 16 were non-elemental, which is about 3/4 of the time it's going to be non-elemental, which is kind of ridiculous. Super irritating to try and get those elemental types that you want. Non-elemental does come in a lower base, or the base damage itself does more damage, but if you include the elemental damage as well compared to the other ones, overall you're going to be doing more damage more efficiently to particular bosses. But of course, non-elemental, it's good still. It does more base damage. It is an all-round kind of weapon. Doesn't matter if they're shielded, armored, etc. You're going to be doing damage. It's not going to resist it. It's just not going to be doing overall as much damage. But yeah, that is why it's going to be super difficult to try and get a ×8 with the elemental type that you want. For the Monarch, with the anointment that you want, it is way easier now though. 1721 is a 38% dedicated drop rate. That is way higher than the average, about 15% it used to be before this patch. So it's way easier to get these dedicades, particularly now there's only 2 dedicades in this loot pool rather than 4. The Monarchs are dropping even more often, which is awesome. And then of course those anointments have been taken out. So it is way easy, way easier, but it does take a little while to get the elemental types, the highest base damage with the ×8 with the anointments you want. If you guys want recommendations, I'd say a consecutive hits is generally just the all-round best anointment for a super high fire rate, as well as tons of pellet count weapon like the Monarch for any character. Of course there's a few different ones for like Sentinel Cryo for Zane, the Gamma Burst or URAD Anoint for Gamma Flak, etc. Generally if you're running Alpha Flak, I always have consecutive hits. 100% ASC is alright, 200% ASA is alright, but yeah, if you want a recommendation, I'd say consecutive hits is all around the easiest one to go for, and of course does a ton of damage like you probably see in the clips. But yeah, that is everything I have for 100 farms of Killavolt on Mayhem 10 level 60 2 Vault Ultimate with our boy Flak here, as well as Mo's in this video. Hope you guys found this video helpful or enjoyable. If you did, don't forget to smash subscribe down below. That'd be awesome. If you want to help me out even more, you can smash like and share the video. If you guys want to leave a comment down below if you have any tips for this farm. For example, you can down yourself after farming Killavolt if you're on console. I forgot to mention that at the start. If you down yourself after killing him on, say, a COV enemy on the side there, or just blow yourself up, whichever way you want to go about doing it, you'll actually spawn back at the news station and you can run straight in. It's a really good time saver for console players. It does waste your money if you care about that at all, but it does save you the load time if you're on console. If you have any other tricks, tips, anything like that, let me know in the comment section down below. That'd be awesome. If you guys want to check us out over on Twitch, I usually live stream every day after I post my YouTube videos. I'm currently not at home, hence the weird background and the no Marvel posters in the background, so I don't have my sick internet. But if you guys want to join our Discord, also link down below. I'll leave you guys announcements and updates, etc. in there for when I can finally get back to doing some streaming. I think I'm going to attempt one tonight. Fingers crossed, see how we go setting that one up. But yeah, other than that, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I'll see you guys in the next video and a live stream. Till then, adios.